Hi everyone, welcome back, to Spiritual Growth Tarot. This is the deck I'm using, the Radiant Wise Spirit from Scarabeo. I'm Denise, and today's January 26th, and I'm reading on Betsy DeVos's Karma. And this is for Scott Allen with Scott Allen Spiritual Essence, his YouTube channel. Shout out, hi Scott. Okay, so the forces in motion in her life, her challenges, her karma from past lifetimes. Interesting. Her specific karma for this lifetime, what she's destined to experience, literally what's hanging over her. Okay. Her professional future and her personal future. Yeah, okay. Well, so I may or may not draw more cards. Let me see what comes through here first. I've got a glare, so let's do that. Okay. So what's going on? Like what's going on in her life now? The forces that are in motion, of course, based on her past choices that she's made, exercising her free will. Well, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Now, of course, we know that she's the former Secretary of Education. This card has all to do with education, but this shows me that she didn't do a very good job. She's also the sister of Eric Prince, the founder of Blackwater. He's like a, I don't know if he's still a Navy SEAL or ex-Navy SEAL, whatever. The dude created Blackwater USA, and I think it's now changed into a different company, but I can't remember the name of it. Because of, his outright indiscretions. I mean, worse than indiscretions, just people that died because of him. And their father, I can't remember his name. Is it Edgar or something like that? Anyway, they're a family of money. This is like, always going for the money, the Page of Pentacles, reversed or upright. It's about going for the money, But currently in her life, what's going on, when this card's reversed, this is, like something really awful. It's bad news. I mean, and she did have bad news. The only credit I can give the woman, I think she's really screwed up our education, with all her charter schools and all this other, just her self-dealing, her family's self-dealing. But anyway, the only thing I can credit her with is that she did resign, after the Capitol riots. She resigned. In her letter, she stated that it was because of the Capitol riots. So she, of course, she didn't like the way Trump handled that, and so that's good on her for that. But what's going on in her life, currently is some goals that have just gone upside down. And this could show, like her current lack of faith in maybe even the whole Republican Party. There's that possibility. Because her challenge is that, there's a big lack of fulfillment. She didn't get what she wanted out of, she didn't get the success she wanted. But it's also, this card, when it's reversed, it's also about greed. And it could also have to do with a lot of financial loss. It can have to do with a person's, because of this inner greed, this inner lack inside. It could be, like her own self-hatred, which I'm sure is pretty unconscious. I mean, these people usually they're not conscious of places where they don't love themselves and don't know how to love themselves, and it's because they don't know how to love others. I mean, we're all one. but or we're all connected, you could say. We're all of the same, divine, source within. But some people's souls are just so colluded with, money and darkness. They're maligned with money and greed, and this card's all about that. So sometimes it's addictions too, like maybe she's a drinker. There's that possibility. Or maybe because everything is pretty upside down in her life. I mean, these cards are awful. I don't have one good card here, except for maybe big changes coming. But, well, actually, this is her karma for this lifetime, so that's about big changes. But coupled with these other cards, yeah, it doesn't look good at all. I wouldn't want these cards. So she may be drinking because of what's happened in the past. It may be that at some point in her life she realizes that being any part of the Trump administration is one of her deepest regrets. And I especially say that because with the Page of Wands, this is in the position of the karma from her past lifetimes. Well, this does have to do with courage and putting yourself out there, but this is a card of, like, look, he's only focused on looking at the wand. And in the old days, it was like, you either had wands or swords, or you had a bunch of pigs, you had a bunch of sheep, you had you know what I mean? You had a big farm, and you had some land, and those people turned into like kings and lords, and they had some control and power. And that's what this card is all about, is like this real desire for power. So, if that's what she really wanted, that's what she gets, and she did have some. But this death card here in the position of the karma for this lifetime, well, goodness, it's not that good, because it is the card of big change. I always look at it as big change, but it's big change because something's ending. Sometimes it's a positive change. Sometimes it's transformation and rebirth and some type of renewal in your life, and some type of new opportunity. So maybe her karma in her past lifetime wasn't that bad, but it was just going for the power. And then in this lifetime, she's having to go through stages of deeper transformation to possibly get to a different place. I mean, this karma is nothing like anything I saw for Ted Cruz or Donald Trump. Who else have I done? Louis Gohmert. Where's my list? Hold on. There, if you guys want to look, because I have a list. I've done Pompeo's, Trump's, Gohmert's. Oh, I forgot to add it to the list, but I did. What's his name? The SCOTUS dude. I lost his name. What's his name? Clarence Thomas. So he's in there if you want to look for it. Oh, and Jim Jordan. So those are in there. And I know I've done Trump. Oh, and Josh Hawley. Yeah. That's the problem, is I have all these scribbles, so I'm going to need to organize my list. So anyway, back to Betsy. What she's bound to experience in this lifetime is with the Five of Swords when it's straight up. But to me, this is on a soul level, this is the card of like our deepest separation with ourselves, the deepest separation in our soul, deepest lie of the soul, deepest inner conflict. Because it's win or lose. It's just steeped in so much duality. It's either good or bad. I'm either good or bad. I have to win, or if I don't win, I'm a loser. I got this card for Trump so many times. Life versus death, rather than all this, instead of either or, if we're a healthy developed soul, we open to the and it's like, yeah, sometimes life is good and sometimes it's bad, but I'm still okay no matter what. But reversed, well, there could be a shift. Like she could be going through a shift where she's learning to compromise. She's wanting more peace in her life. But sometimes this card is about revenge as well, because there we go again with the straight up. And just look at, I mean, a lot of times I just read the pictures because they're so rich. But you can see this guy has all this, well, there were 5 swords, there were at least three people fighting. Well, these two dropped their swords and walked away. Yeah, he has all the swords, but he doesn't have his friends anymore. So it's like winning at all costs. And is it really worth it? So here we go with, this big reversal here. In what she's bound to experience has to do with, she may be wanting to take revenge on, this guy that caused all this conflict in her life, which would be Trump. So she might turn into an ally to help us, put him, because what's coming forward in his impeachment, he'll have an impeachment trial, and what they're going to do is try to get him disqualified so that he can never again run from office. I mean, that's their narrow focus for this second impeachment. The only dude that's ever been impeached twice. So yeah, I'm trying to feel into what else this could be as far as like what she's destined to experience. It feels like there's still, it's like an empty, because this card, when it's straight up, it is a card of defeat. You didn't win, or you won something, but you didn't. It's like winning the battle but losing the war kind of thing. So it can be a really empty defeat. That inner emptiness inside is what I'm feeling. She could be sorry. She really could be sorry because people died. So there's that. Now, in her professional future, we don't have victory. This is the victory card. So when it's reversed, yeah, people are still going to see her and see her for who she truly is, but there's no victory there. It's it's not a very happy card for the future, for professionally especially. But so I think people are going to be disloyal to her, and I think she's going to be disloyal to Trump. So she may, I get the feeling she might be an ally, because this karma in her lifetime does have to do with ending, transitions. And she hasn't gotten what she's wanted. So yeah, it's just, it doesn't feel that bad, but it just feels like her professional future has a lot of, like disgrace and maybe even giving up. This is reversed. It's the lack of failure, or I'm sorry, the lack of victory, and it's failure. But in her personal future, she still has the cash. She still got her dad. And, they're billionaires. So she still has her family money in her personal future. Yeah. Interesting. So let me see. Let me draw a couple more cards and see. Because I'm wondering, is she going to... Wondering if she has anything on Trump that we don't already know, or isn't already, available as far as like public record, or that the Democrats will bring in the impeachment trial. I wonder, is she going to, is this card here, both of these cards actually, and this one too, you know, because at least in her past lifetimes she has had some courage. So I'm wondering if she's going to come forward. So I wanted 2 cards in relationship with Donald John Trump's impeachment trial, disqualification trial. Is she going to be vocal, bring anything up? Yeah, maybe. Maybe because, you know, this card when it comes in, this is a dark night of the soul. And so, but again, it can be fearful, but then again, it eats away at your consciousness. You know, you've got the fear of the past here. And at least in her past lifetimes, she's been, you know, she's put herself out there. But who knows, maybe she had to, you know, maybe in a past lifetime, you know, there were a lot of deaths, actual like deaths involved because of war. And she's wanting something at least more gentle, but she's still always going for the money. She's always gone for the money, and it's not working out. So maybe she's accessing her deeper fears around what life is truly about. And she may, because this card is all about, you know, action. So she may have some information about Trump. Yeah, that she's been holding on. But, so she may have some information. Let's just do this. She may have some information about him that she's been holding tight. And now she's like trying to decide whether she should offer it up. Because I feel like her conscience is bothering her. I feel like her conscience is bothering her. Yeah. Yeah, her soul is trying to like balance itself out in some way. Yeah, I think she's having trouble on the deeper levels. I mean, these are 2 major arcanas here. So the deception that has happened in the past with Trump, that she's, you know, the hidden agenda, the illusion, the fears, the, you know, because he ran his whole campaign and his whole entire, you know, presidency was based in fear and lies, and his self-dealing, you know, so he could just golf and grift. It's been tallied up that he's been, it's like 30,000, over 30,000 lies or what's the word when it's like a half lie, whatever, half truth, it's still a lie. misleading claims, you know, so okay, whatever. Anyway, I think she's having trouble with that, because, you know, that's how it is when like somebody breaks the last straw, and that's what happened to her, and, you know, for her in the Capitol riots. When that happened, it makes you go back. When something like that happens, it makes you like go back and start seeing all the yellow flags and the orange flags and then the red flags that you ignored. But because she was always going for the money and her position in power, she didn't want to give that up. She didn't do anything about it. So now I think there could be like some deeper soul regret. And she's trying to, you know, make unconscious areas in her soul conscious, right? So that she can rebalance some of her soul substance, her spiritual fluids, her, you know, inner makeup needs to be healed. So I think she might go for it, and she's definitely set a healthy boundary, and she's holding tight. But in the future with Trump, with this Four of Cups here, I think that she's had a lot of regret. I think she's, these two cards here mirroring each other, there's regret. But she might have the courage to do something about it. She's at least going to hold a healthy, strong boundary. And if there's a vote but then again, she's resigned. She's resigned, so she's not in the position. She gave up. She forfeited that. Maybe she's regretting that too. Because when she resigned, it doesn't really, on the level of integrity, I can understand the resignation, but on the deeper level of being able to be in a position of power where you can vote against the guy, but then again, she wasn't a senator or senator or a congressperson anyway. She was the Secretary of Education, so it's not like she could have voted. But maybe, I'm hoping, maybe this is that she will be encouraging other people to vote. Maybe she has some sway with other people, other senators, other GOP senators. So we'll see, but, this is a card of regret. And, feeling stuck. If anybody is offering her something, she's not going to take it. It's not an offer that she wants. And maybe she's even off in fantasy land. But I feel like she's, this is a card of the Dark Night of the Soul, along with the Nine of Swords. This is the major arcana card that reflects that. And she's wanting something more peaceful. How ironic that she's incarnated into a family that's just, her father and her brother are just, warmongers. So there's that. But as far as darkness goes, it's nothing like looking at Ted Cruz's or some of the other ones. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, Scott. Sorry, and if I missed any question in there, just drop it in the comments, and I'll do another one. Okay, thanks, you guys. Take care. Bye.